Now, Barnaby Joyce, tomorrow is Vietnam Veterans Day to honour the 60,000 Australians who served in the Vietnam War and the 523 who died there to try to stop the communist takeover. Not that they were thanked for that at home. Have a listen.
Not too many returned veterans in wars before or since were sometimes booed or occasionally even reviled by their own countrymen and women.
Now, you're going to the Australian War Memorial tomorrow to honour the sacrifice. How should we remember that conflict and what our soldiers gave to that today?
Well, you just think those 60,000 people who went away. I know there's 523 paid the supreme sacrifice, about 3,000 were injured, maimed. When people go away, it's not just they might die, it's that they might get maimed psychologically, physically. Their relationships with their wife or their partner break up. Their opportunities back in Australia move on, they're left behind. They come back with a sense of dislocation, probably a dislocation from their own families. It's an enormous sacrifice. And to think that when these people came home, that they were pilloried by their own people, I don't think that it was purposeless, Vietnam. It had major purpose. It exhausted the resources of the communists. So that basically in Vietnam is where they fought and where they stopped. If we hadn't exhausted their resources, seeked out and closed with the enemy, kill or capture them by day or by night, regardless of season, weather or terrain, that's what the infantry line, then they would have continued on their push. I mean, why would they stop if they're successful in Vietnam? It'd have to be the next incursion, and as we know, there was a communist not uprising, but incursions and growth in Indonesia. And these men, overwhelmingly men, and nurses as well, of course, should never forget that, they were the reason that the communist push was exhausted. So thank goodness they were there.
Yes, I think Malaysia would have been in grave danger. There was an insurgency there